today is going to be a very in-depth review of Bobbi Brown's new Serum foundation. You guys follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, or just have been watching my other videos. You'll see that I've been using this for a good solid week and a half now, and I know a lot of questions have been asked about this new foundation, and I'm going to hopefully answer all of them. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you like these types of videos or if you want to show your support. If you watched my most recent haul, you would have seen that I purchased a bunch of Bobbi Brown products, and this is their newest foundation. You also know that the reason I'm not doing a traditional first impressions video like I normally do with this foundation is because half of my face already tried out this foundation, so I figured let's just try it out completely for a good solid week and let you guys know my final thoughts. So leave me a comment letting me know if you like this version or the first impressions version. Either way, starting off, this foundation is called the Intensive Skin Serum Foundation with SPF 40. I think this is an amazing foundation. I love this foundation, but if you're going to buy this foundation, please keep in mind that the SPF 40 does contain titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, which is a physical SPF which will cause flashbacks in certain types of flash photography. Now, I love this for every day because of that. I think if you're going to be wearing SPF, or if you ever put SPF on your face for protective reasons, it has to be titanium dioxide or zinc oxide. Physical SPF is the best way to protect your skin from skin damage. Chemical SPF only protects the top layer of your skin and doesn't protect the internal layer of your skin. So for those reasons, I think the Bobbi Brown Serum Foundation is amazing for every day, because how often are we using flash photography on our daily basis? This is the kind of foundation where I actually think you will get protection from the sun because it is physical, it is a high enough concentration of SPF. You always want to wear SPF 30 or above. Anything below really isn't going to provide you enough SPF or sun protection for your daily use, especially if you live in a sunny climate like Southern California. So would I recommend this for red carpet, for events, or photography? No. This is something I think is geared towards the everyday woman, the everyday person, the everyday type of foundation. The other reason being is that there is a multivitamin for your skin essentially in this foundation. It is skincare and skin protection and a foundation in one. I believe it is the first of its type to use mushroom extracts to help support skin's cellular energy for looking younger. So mushroom extracts have actually been a big thing lately, and I actually take it as a supplement. It also has bamboo grass extracts, which helps restore skin's radiance for a fresher, more even skin tone look. It's using lychee extract, which works to increase skin's natural moisture levels, and day after day, skin is replenished with the energy it needs to look and feel healthiest, at its healthiest. With all serum foundations, you really need to prep your skin, meaning cleansing, exfoliating, and hydrating the skin. I'm not saying exfoliate every day, but when your skin needs it. And instead of using a primer in the traditional sense, I've been using my Embryolisse cream. So I apply this cream over my SPF and my typical daily moisturizer. Why I've been using this is because my skin has been very dry for other reasons, and this really creates a nice hydrated base for my skin. This cream you can purchase at Beautylish. It's a little bit harder to find in the States, but Beautylish carries it as well as professional makeup stores. So I apply that, and then I shake this up really good because it's a serum foundation and you really want to make sure you shake it up. You open it up and it's got this dropper. My only complaint with this packaging is it gets messy around the lip of the opening because it is so close, and you just end up building product up around it. Not a huge deal. Usually afterwards I use my Bobbi Brown full coverage face brush and I like wrap up the excess and kind of buff it into my face where I need a little bit of extra coverage. Now, this foundation is going to be a very lightweight feel. It feels like you're not wearing anything. It looks beautiful on the face. It looks beautiful because it looks like skin. It looks like what your face should look like. Your skin should look like skin. It should never look like a pound of makeup is on there. So that's why I really love it as well. It is more of a luminous finish compared to a lot of the other serum foundations like the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation and the Dior Nude Air Foundation. Both of these foundations I have first impressions and detailed reviews and how to apply videos, which I will remember to link in the description box below if you haven't already watched this. But if you have drier skin or more mature skin, you might actually prefer this one. If you're also looking for an everyday foundation that has a serum quality to it as well as a good SPF, you might also want to look into this one. Now in comparison to these two, the Dior does have an SPF in it, but it is a chemical SPF. If you watch my first impressions video, that is why I don't like this foundation. It is a good foundation and I do love it, but I don't like it because they added fragrance and they added a chemical SPF. I rather they just leave the SPF out because it doesn't really protect your skin. I also think that even though chemical SPF doesn't tend to do a flashback with flash photography, I don't know why they also add fragrance. It's not a huge deal. I still do really like this foundation and I do recommend this foundation quite a bit because it is an overall good foundation. It just irks me with those two things. Now the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Full Coverage Foundation has no SPF. It is pure pigment. It is amazing, but it does require a lot of work to make it look the way you want it to look. This is also more of a full coverage foundation versus the Bobbi Brown one. The Bobbi Brown one is more of an everyday kind of thing. This one is more of like long wear, all day photography, sweat proof. You're gonna be out all day, things like that. My favorite way to apply the Bobbi Brown Serum Foundation is by using the Bobbi Brown Full Coverage Face Brush. This brush is very soft, it's very blendable, and it really just builds into the skin and blends and buffs into the skin beautifully, this foundation. You can also use your fingertips to apply it, which will give you more of a full coverage right away. This one you're gonna have to build it up a little bit more, but I also feel like you get more of a flawless look with the brush versus your fingers. Your fingers is great if you're in a pinch and if you're just in a hurry, but I suggest using some sort of a fluffy foundation brush. The closest thing I have found that is similar to the Bobbi Brown foundation in texture would be the Sephora Tint Infusion foundation, which I do have a first impressions filmed and I will have up very soon. So stay tuned, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see the first impressions on this one. So texture wise, they are very similar. They're both more of a light to medium coverage. They're both very lightweight and more of a luminous finish. So my final thoughts are basically, if you want a good everyday skincare based natural looking foundation that will even out your skin tone and give it some great properties to really protect and restore your skin, I would really recommend using the Bobbi Brown Intensive Serum Foundation with SPF 40. I really love this and I've been reaching for this on most days. I love how quick it is to apply. I love how it looks on the skin. It lasts a pretty long time. I do get shiny on the nose, but there's nothing that a blotting sheet or some powder doesn't fix. Also, it's not oily. It's just slightly more luminous than I'm used to, and that's just after a long day in the heat. So I really recommend this foundation, and if you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comment section below. I just love this foundation so much. I'm very happy with my purchase. I'm in the shade 3.5, which is warm beige. I will have it linked in the description box below. I will also have all of the information videos for the other foundations I mentioned in the description box below, so make sure you read the description box. Leave me a comment with any of your questions, comments, or just to say hi. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Your support and really helps me out, and I appreciate it more than you will ever know. But basically, the makeup show is a very intimate, very educational driven makeup show, and it's just such a great educational based show, and it's definitely a lot more intimate. So if you miss IMATs, or if IMATs is a little too overwhelming for you or it's too crowded,